Alright. Another Friday, another Drunklocke. And I gotta take a drink for a level that I got off screen. So I'm gonna do that real fast. And let's see what kind of hilarious shenanigans we can get into today. Let's see. So, I need to make up for the two lost Pokemon from last episode. I lost Bagon and, of course, Walrein, which was tragic. I've decided not to replace Walrein with the other Walrein, at least not yet, because I've got Kyogre on the team. Kyogre's my bulky water type for now. I just don't see the need to put two water types on my team when I've now actually got some mons in the box that I can use instead. I'm feeling Tangela or Jinx myself. We don't have a Psychic. Well, we do have a Psychic. Never mind. So probably leaning a bit toward Jinx. But it's tempting to pick Tangela because it's almost caught up to the team in terms of level, even though it isn't a very good Pokemon. It's tempting because I just want to get through the game already. Stop having to stop and grind at every single stream is getting to be a bit how you say, pissing me off. And I still haven't picked up an EXP share. God knows if I ever will. So, what type is this again? Isn't it rock, grass, or something? Yeah, it's... Although, I don't know. Hell. I don't have a rock or a grass type on my team, so it would at least be coverage, but it's only level 20. I'm just gonna stop screwing around and take the fucking Tangela. And this dead motherfucker has to be put back in the dead motherfucker box. Over here. With the rest of the dead motherfuckers. That is now 13 dead motherfuckers. Very bloody playthrough indeed. But I'm just going to move forward. I'm going to try to just grind as I go. I got this Flaffy. I decided to put Flaffy in place of Bagon, basically, and the Tangela in place of the Walrein. Now, what I think I'm also... I didn't mean to go in there. Go out. What I might try and do is battle a trainer or two in Silphco and see what I'm up against. This is probably a terrible idea that will backfire on me because everything in this godforsaken ROM has... hey, Gekon, welcome to the stream. Everything in this godforsaken ROM has Arena Trap or Shadow Tag. Okay, I'm tempted to leave Flaffy out against this to fight it, but being that I'm 9 levels behind it, I'm not willing to take the risk. Especially because this thing might know Horn Drill, and I've had god-awful luck with Horn Drill at any point in this series. So I'm going to go into... I guess I'll go into Dickwig. But Gekon, have you been to the stream before? I believe you may be new. Shit. Oh, come on. Just barely off lethal. Flareon. You were watching streams, yeah, but not Pokemon ones. Well, welcome to your first one of my Pokemon streams. I don't promise you great gameplay, but I promise you that I'll eventually become shit-faced. Yeah, wow, I completely forgot what he was sending out. Why did I send out... I better hope to God none of these Pokemon have Shadow Tag. Because that, my friends, will be a boner and a half for me. There's Flareon. There's a level. There's a Golbat. I think I'll just probably keep OK Gray out of against this. Skarmory, why don't we go into cast form? See what we can do with it. Little ghost fellow. I'm surprised this thing is not ghost type. It looks like a ghost. It's supposed to be one of those weird weather charms they make in Japan whenever, like, they don't want it to rain. So they create these kind of strange-looking ghost ball things. At least I think that's what it's based off of. I don't know what else it could be. Oh, you would have an ability that absorbs fire and makes you stronger, wouldn't you? Well, this is a bust. I guess I could switch again into who is the question. Kyogre again, why not? Kyogre's about the only one that can hit this thing very hard. I hate how I keep just missing one-hit KOs. Like, I'm a legendary. I'm 7 levels ahead of it, and I used a neutral... I guess it wasn't stab. Love Disc. Why don't I try Tangela against this? Pretty sure Tangela has at least one grass move by now. Takedown. Yeah, that does nothing. Love Disc. Not a great Pokemon. There we go. Alright. Let's have 100 more battles just like that one. See, I'm gonna give Woolfool one of my get the hell away from Pokemon items. Is it only wild Pokemon now? It's all wild Pokemon. Damn it. Alright, well, there's no point in even equipping it then. Okay, trainer, battle time. Please don't have something out in front that will prevent me from switching out. Please. There we go, good. It's so tense every time I try to switch out my Pokemon that I'm trying to switch train. Because I keep worrying that this is going to be the time where I can't do it. I hate this move. Protect is one of the most annoying moves in the game. I don't have anything to hit this with. I miss Mud Slap now. Henry Clay used to have Mud Slap. Now it don't. It has Hyper Beam, which is great in a lot of circumstances, but not here. Gotta get something that double resists it. Yeah, that's a drink. Another Skarmory? Come on now. I really have no good Pokemon to match up against Skarmory, especially because I can't even use Castform's Weather Ball. I have to go into Kyogre. Like, Kyogre's at least strong enough to hit it pretty hard, even with moves that aren't that effective. And I mean, water's neutral on Steel, so that's nice. Oh, fuck my life, a Raikou. Okay, Henry Clay, being a ground type, cannot be hit by Raikou's electric attacks. Therefore, Henry Clay is about the best option we got. Do I think Chewbacca has jizz crust in his fur? I'm assuming that's your pickup line anytime you go to a bar. Also, I just realized I could have used Mud Slap on that. I'm an idiot. I thought I didn't have Mud Slap. I overlooked the fact that I still have Mud Slap. How did I do that? Whatever. Mud Slap. Okay, this thing isn't going to be able to do... Oh no, it has Roar. Dude, I do not have time for this bullshit right here. And I bet you that move has like 40 fucking PP. Why don't I should just use Hyper Beam. Stop fucking doing that. I am not letting my Kyogre fight an electric type. I don't give a damn how strong it is, especially not this electric type. Still mad that Taft died to a crit explosion. As am I. But this is pissing me off too. Because none of my Pokemon are good against this thing except for Henry Clay. And all this thing is doing is roaring. Alright, I got it down to red. And now I have to recharge. And I get roared out of the fucking fight. Okay, you know what? Maybe I can just Ember it and kill it. Yep. There we go. Ultimately, it is Castform that deals the final blow against you, Raikou. Almost every Pokemon on my team got EXP off of that. well, that's one more battle down. Holy crap. I should have healed before I got into another battle, but I didn't think that guy was going to turn right around. Spin me right around, baby, right around. Okay, this I'm not worried about. This, I'll go ahead and fucking fight with Flaffy. But I am also going to fucking speed through it because it's going to be tedious otherwise. There we go. Good work, Flaffy. You killed something. So I decided not to put the other Walrein on my team for now because I've already got Kyogre. I feel like it's kind of redundant. So I put instead the electric type Flaffy, and I put Tangela on the team because it's almost at level parity with everybody else. And oh my god, here's something else I can use Explosion. Hello, everybody. Call my dick the Metapod. Because it does nothing when it counts. No, I know, it's because it hardens. I keep forgetting what the other trainer is going to send out while I do this. And I'm not even drunk yet. Oh god, that's right, a fucking wheezing. How could I have forgotten that? Okay, who has some high-ass defense on my team? You do. Not to mention, you know, psychic moves. Actually, I should probably be using Mud Slap on this, since I could probably get it to miss. Wheezing is testicular cancer. In one ball more so than the other. 2 nuts and a 2 nuts and a tumor. Is that like 5 guys at a pizza place? Or like 2.5 tumors? Also, I really need to heal. Thanks a lot, Wheezing. You prick. This thing is the biggest prick. Just finish it off with Psybeam. Stupid fucking Wheezing. Tough. Alright, let's heal up. And let's heal up. While I'm at it, I should probably equip some of these. Let me see. Let me see, I'll give this to you. And now I'll give the Drayano hacks. Oh yeah, like Storm Silver or whatever. Was that him? I know he did like some version of Pokemon Black. Kaizo hacks made significantly easier, good bit harder than a normal game. But it's not to the point where every trainer has competitive sets. And thank God for that. I'm familiar with them because of, like, King Nappy's old Let's Plays of them. Which is a shame, but, you know, what can you do? Slightly reduces the foe's accuracy. Storm Silver, Volt White, and Blaze Black. Okay, yeah. That sounds about right. I'm going to give the weaker Pokemon the accuracy damaging hold items. And I'm going to give the Charcoal to Fart CSFM. What else in here? None of the rest of this shit is particularly useful. I guess I'll give the Never Melt Ice to Kyogre, because it's got an Ice type move. Or actually, I should give Mystic Water to Kyogre. Yeah. Grew up watching Nappy, legitimately funny, similar to R. Kelly. Really enjoy the art, but the artist is a total scumbag. I feel like it's different with Let's Plays, though, because with a song, you can distance yourself from it a lot better. It's not as... Like, Let's Plays are so personal and content-driven by the creator themselves. Like, you have to listen to the creator talk and tell you stuff about themselves and their, you know, personal opinions on shit and everything, and it's hard to take those opinions seriously when they're coming from somebody who's been exposed doing so much shit like Nappy has. You're like 14, 15. I get what you mean, though. I guess I'll give Dickwig the Macho Brace. I just want to give everybody a hold item just so they can, you know, have them. Okay, give Henry Clay this. Who knows, it might come in handy. Alright, let's move on. Nobody has any items for me down here. Not even a one. You love Studio Ghibli films, however that's pronounced. Ghibli, probably. Quit messing with us, kid. The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Afraid I have not seen it. I'm just gonna get Kyogre in there and just ice this thing immediately. I ain't got time to screw around with a Dragonair. Seeking, eh? This thing is also going to have Horn Drill. So I'd better switch into something that can kill it fast. Dickwig's reasonably strong. I don't think I've watched any of those films, but I could be wrong. There could be one that I'm not remembering that I've seen. God damn it, Dickwig. Alright, Rock Slide. Oh god, every time I see Horn, my ass clenches. He breaks through confusion to fucking miss. Or she, excuse me. This thing's called Dickwig and it's female. We're great Pokemon owners collectively. Also, I need to get more super potions. I guess I'm going to have to escape rope out of here when I'm done with this battle. I'm on the 3rd floor. I got to remember that. I'm just kind of going up the floors in sequential order. Just because I want to battle trainers, get some EXP. God damn it, Dickwig. No. Two-way tie between Tails from the Earthsea and Earwig and the Witch. You mean Dickwig and the Witch, right? Oh, God. Let me go get my punishment drink. I mean, I've heard of those, but I don't think I've watched them. Unless I was, like, real little or something and forgot. Alright, we're gonna have to go grinding. There's this... I'm not gonna make it through here with a team of only 3 leveled up Pokemon. Everybody's gotta be grinded up, and I'm gonna have to fucking switch train. Cannot believe this shit, man. Every fucking time there's something stupid like that happens. A fucking Sea King with Flail with my confused fucking pincer out. Here, I need to get the item off of it first. I don't know why I even care. I'm just gonna have to fucking grind again. Maybe I should have seen it coming. But no, I really don't expect Pokemon to use Flail against me. It's not something I take into account. Alright, well, with my bug type dead, I guess that leaves an opening for another bug type, or I could use Dratini. Have a dragon on my team. Replace Rayquaza with it. You know, in a delayed kind of sense. But it's a slow level up Pokemon. It's gonna take a fucking year to raise that thing. And Jinx, it's like I've already got a Psychic type. I've already got a Grass type, so I don't want to use Lileep. Surskit's garbage. I can't use Lugia or Celebi because I've already got a Legendary on my team. And I want to use Tentacle because it's water. I swear to fucking God, it really does feel like sometimes I'm playing a water monologue. Like, enough with the goddamn water types. I've got a Tentacle, a Walrein, a Surskit. Then I've got these ice types that I'm never going to do anything with, like Delibird and Jinx. Like, I am never, ever fucking using Delibird. I'll take the Dratini. A Drunklocke is where I drink for levels and for Pokemon that I catch and for important battles that I win. It's like a Nuzlocke, but I do those things in it. And you've come at just the right time because I'm about to have to do a gigantic ass grinding session. But why? Because I want to. Also, I've got to take my punishment drink for fucking losing a Pokemon yet again. Give me some of this. My punishment drink that I'm using for the next 3 drinks, or the 2 after this one, is Monster Coffee. Which is some tasty ass shit. And it's gonna keep me energized, and I'm gonna save. And now it's time to grind. It's time for the long, miserable grind. I need to turn off battle animations so this takes slightly less. You fucking have got to be kidding me. First thing I encounter has randomized goddamn synchronization. This game exists to fuck with me. That's just all there is to it. This game takes every opportunity it can to jack me over. Like, it is not all me this time. Like, in the last few Nuzlocks, all of the dead mons and other stupid things that have happened have been my mistake. But, no, this is the goddamn cursed fucking ROM that's doing this shit. I'm gonna turn off battle animations. Wish you luck, gotta go, thought I'd see what this was. Okay, thanks for dropping by, 02. Off. Alright, let's get this going. Hey, Cradley. This thing is rock and grass. This is the worst possible matchup here. Let's go into CSFM. Why did I use... Well, what goddamn difference does it make? This thing's like... Alright, second drink. Second of 3 punishment drinks. When YouTube first allowed monetization, there were very vague tax laws for internet income, so all the booze drank during that series were write-offs. During what series? Oh, I guess my series is... Well, I'm never going to be popular enough to get monetized, I don't think. Like, realistically, I don't see it happening. Especially because I just don't have the time to put into it like I used to. Or, you know, that's kind of bullshit. I do have the time to put into it. Oh, Markiplier's drunk Minecraft. Okay, I didn't know anything about that. I'm gonna just use a goddamn soda pop. I really do not want to have to keep fleeing over to the Pokemon Center every 3 battles, but I'm gonna have to do that, I guess, because Flaffy kind of sucks. Stop using poison gas on me, you little bitch. Alright, 3rd drink of punishment. And then we can start drinking properly again. I kind of like taking the punishment drinks when it's an energy drink, though. Because I know it's going to help me stay awake. What I'm really glad for is that I didn't start doing these back when 4 Locos were energy and fucking booze. Because that idea scares me a bit. Like, it feels like those two things are inherently going to clash. Yeah, let's go heal. Need to remember to go sell some items so I can get more potions, because I am in rather desperate need of them. I might have been able to live that flail if I had a fully potioned up pincer. Got some high quality laser pointers to play with my cats, and their photon density is so high that if you look closely, you can see a very thin beam leading to the point. Spider silk in the sun. How very poetic the way that you describe that. Drink time for actual alcohol. Cray Dilly. Yeah, I still can't deal with Cradley very well with Woolfool. So in you go, Fart CSFM. I guess I'll weatherball this thing. Oh, fuck me in the ass. Alright, Rain Dance, and then... Well, I don't know. There we are. That's more like it. String of jizz, barely visible as your girl stands up after blowing you. Man, the tensile strength of that jizz is crazy. Also, why are you using thin strands of jizz to play with your cats? Oh god, my fucking Pokemon's gonna die. I fucking hate status moves. Here, fucking heal the goddamn... Here, give me a hyper potion. No, I did not mean to use... God damn it! Do I even have any more antidotes? I don't think I do. Alright, so what I'm gonna have to do is make a bad dash to the Pokemon Center since I fucked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I made it. Well, I better go get some goddamn status healing moves now. So that doesn't happen again, because I almost literally lost a Pokemon because I misclicked using my last potion. And didn't have a fucking... Read the Pokédoll description? Hang on a second, I'm busy. I need to buy this right. Give me like 10 fucking antidotes and like 20 super potions. And then let me see what you're talking about here. Use it to flee from any battle with a wild Pokemon. So yeah, that's what that does. It did call the doll attractive. An attractive doll. Use it to flee from any battle with a wild Pokemon. I don't know why they call it attractive. I'm not particularly into girls that look like Clefairy. But hey, you know, maybe I'm not gonna judge the fucking description writer's taste in women. And, you know, who are we to judge, ultimately? Whatever, let's get back into this. Alright, well, I need to just automatically with Cradleys just either run or fucking go into Weather Ball here. I'm just gonna start calling this thing Weather Ball because I hate its fucking original name and its horrible fucking nickname that I gave it because I was doing the thing with anagrams. Steve Harvery. Nani? Stevery Harvery. Okay, let's see. Melodic. Can you handle this? You can handle this. Even though I've seen the original scene and know the context, it unironically sounds like he's saying Nani in the context of the Japanese quote. Want to chat in voice chat? I don't know, maybe. Here. Just trying to... I'm never gonna get through this fucking grinding. Hang on, let me get in the chat. There we go. What's up?
The sky.
Technically,
I'm sorry, that wasn't funny.
You're technically correct. The best kind of correct. Love how most of it... Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
That was quick. Cotton spore? What the hell does this do?
What?
Cotton spore.
Oh, I think that decreases their defense.
Sharply reducing its speed stat. I don't care about that, really. Especially because electric types are already kind of fast, as far as I know. So it's like, why? I cannot believe I almost got Flaffy killed just because I misclicked with a hyper potion and didn't have any antidotes.
Yeah, that was pretty scary.
So I just remember I used a goddamn rare candy on it, so I need to take a drink for that level, because that's a level gain.
Yeah, boy. What do you think rare candies taste like?
I don't know, man. Probably a lot like those multivitamins you get from CVS that taste like gummy candy but have this faint hint of ass, you know?
You know what ass tastes like.
Because I've eaten a multivitamin gummy from CVS.
Oh.
I'm just running from every Wobbuffet.
When I was a kid, I used to eat them fucking Flintstones ones.
Oh yeah, I think I did too a little bit. Like I didn't very much. But when my parents would buy them, I'd eat
for
them.
the vitamins. They were like my mom's, and I used to think they were candy, and
I always wonder what'll happen to somebody if they just like lived off of vitamins. Like if they got too much of a vitamin, what the effect is physiologically on you. It's like I'm imagining some shit like Spopovich death scene in DBZ where he just gets inflated until he explodes.
Basically, if you OD on a vitamin, basically the same thing will happen as what happens with a potassium overdose. Which potassium overdoses is what most death penalties are done with. That's what lethal injection is. Potassium benzenate, I think. Or it kind of will kind of just make your body shut down.
Kind of like you're overstressing a fucking electrical current.
Yeah, electrical current. These nuts. Yo, these high quality laser pointers I got. There's 3 of them: a red, a purple, and a green. My cats respond to the green one the most.
Oh damn. I mean, I don't know much about cat eyesight, like how they see colors. Maybe green's just a very appealing color to a cat.
I think it might be because, like, out of the 3 laser pointers, because it's, like, green, it's, like, the brightest.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Like, it reflects off the hardwood floor and puts, like, a whole green shine in a dark room. It's crazy cool.
Sounds like it. I remember when I was a kid, one Christmas, my one of my mom's friends got me this laser pointer in a case full of like different weird patterns and shapes that you can make with it. They were all red. That didn't change, but there were different filters you could put on the tip of the pointer to make it like show these intricate patterns on the wall when you shined it.
You ever had light brights as a kid?
Light brights? I did not, but I saw ads for them all the time, and I never really had any interest.
Like, I wanted them for, like, 2 years as a kid, but, like, they cost, like, $80.
Oh, God.
At the time, they were way overpriced, and one year my family finally got it for me, and they weren't anywhere near as fun as the commercials made them look.
Well, I mean, commercials are designed to make something look fun. Like, it's kind of like when my mom bought me the Harry Potter, like, potions kit, which is basically just an overglorified drink mixer with shitty tasting drink powders that came with it.
Did you know that? Do you want to see the most dangerous kids toy ever made?
Is it that one weird fairy princess wand with the picture of the woman cutting herself on the fucking end of it?
Oh, no, it's far worse. I'm gonna link the toy's Wikipedia page in the Discord.
Just read excerpts from it to me, because I'm busy trying to fuck up Pokemon and get levels.
Well, it's called the Gilbert U238 Atomic Energy Laboratory.
Is it like an erector set? Because like you say, Gilbert.
You know how there's like chemistry sets that every kid plays with.
Yeah.
The Gilbert Atomic Energy Lab is basically a chemistry set with one thing that sets it apart from like any other chemistry set. It comes with It came with actual fucking uranium.
Oh wow! Doc Emmett Brown is spoiling his kids this Christmas. You get some plutonium to go with that shit. What do you have to do to get something like that as a kid? Trade it with fucking Libyans?
The funny thing is, because it was U235, it was much more fissile than the normal, like the most safe version of the most safe form of uranium is U235. U235 is 99% fissile. If you don't know what that means it's like how fissile the more fissile it is, the more dangerous it is.
Does that mean does it have something to do with heat?
Not heat exactly, but like radiation. The more fissile it is, the more radiation it exudes.
So basically the kids would take the lid off of the box and immediately get a lethal dose of like blue radiation in their face.
Yeah, but the way that our radiation works, like you don't feel the symptoms until like 2 or 3 days after.
Oh God, yeah. Did you ever read the accounting of that Japanese guy that got a lethal dose of radiation? They kept him alive for 81 days.
I haven't heard of it, but I do know that there was a Japanese guy who was present at and survived both the Nagasaki and Hiroshima bombings, and died I don't know if he's the luckiest man or unluckiest man.
Dude, he's both at the same time. What's amazing is you gotta be in this guy's mindset when Nagasaki gets hit. He's just standing here like, are you fucking kidding me? With this shit right now?
Not again, dude.
Here we go again.
I think he died in like 2006 from stomach cancer.
Which even Japanese people that get sick with cancer still wind up living to 80. Anyway.
Oh, he died in 2010.
Now that is a tough motherfucker.
And he was born in so he was in like he was like 29 when he survived both bombs.
God damn. That is a man that's got stories to tell. That you invite that guy to dinner, his story overshadows everybody else's immediately. Even other people's atomic bomb stories. He's like, "Oh yeah, did you get nuked twice? Didn't fucking think so. Let me tell you the story about how I got nuked twice." He must have gotten paranoid a little bit and thought like the American government was deliberately chasing him around with atomic bombs. Like his mindset, he goes to the third city and he's like, "Oh please God, don't tell me they're gonna fucking hit this one too."
I just got reminded of something else. And, bruh, I just got reminded of it and it just left my brain. How does this happen? Oh yeah, I remembered again. So I'm gonna tell the story now while it's still fresh in my mind. I don't remember when this story took place. I don't remember when this happened, but a couple, three guys went to an abandoned facility. Like they would go around their town, getting scrap metal for money. This story takes place in Russia, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
They would go around different areas gathering scrap metal for money. And, there was they found this abandoned shack, this abandoned, facility in the middle of, a forest clearing. So they cut the wire mesh fence with, bolt cutters, went in there, gathered a bunch of scrap metal. There were a lot of weird, unexplained barrels. Most of them were empty, but one of them wasn't, and, one of the guys, put a piece of metal, an extra piece of, he, got his leg fucked up, so he couldn't carry as much out. He just stuffed, whatever pieces of scrap metal he could fit in his pocket, in his jacket pockets, as his brothers, carried him home. He went to sleep with the pieces of metal in his coat. He started experiencing very strange feelings the next few weeks, and the doctors treated it. He seemed fine. He got sent home. Was found dead the next day.
Oh, God.
Turns out one of the pieces of metal. Turns out that was an abandoned site where they would dump where they would keep atomic material. But the crazy thing is, before he died, he had put it in his tool case, and it was somehow got out of his tool case, and after he died, they had assumed that the death was from a rust infection in his fucked up legs. His leg did get fucked up. It got crushed by a full barrel. But they just assumed his death was from that injury. So his little brother, who's 12 years old, picked up the radioactive thing and put it in his back in his brother's toolbox. Now, his hands had only made contact with it for 10-15 seconds. 10 minutes later, he came downstairs and his hands were all covered in boils and blisters.
Shit.
And that's how they found out that it was radioactive. And they had to get their whole. They lost their whole house, and they had to move because the place was just unsafe from that one little tiny chunk of atomic material.
Man. By the way, if anybody who happens to be watching this after the fact was wondering why I paused for several minutes there, I was pouring all 4 of my drinks, 1 for the level and 3 for the new Pokemon, which my Flaffy evolved into an Ampharos. I was pouring them into a little water bottle.
But I have one
and drinking them
for you.
What's up?
Will this medicine cure Amphy?
It may not cure Amphy, but it'll give Amphy some good dying moments. It'll give Amphy the liquid courage it needs to cross off several things from its bucket list.
Yo, can I just say that, Gen 2 has, some of the most unprofessional gym leaders ever.
Oh, yeah. Claire, just fucking flat out telling you, no, you didn't beat me.
Whitney needing to tell you to... I think Jasmine was Gen 4, though, right?
No, Jasmine was Gen 2.
Oh, wow, so there's 3 gym leaders that straight up refuse to give you the badge at first. Claire says, no, you can't have it. Whitney cries and needs to be told by, a friend to give it to you. And Jasmine's like, fuck you, you can't even challenge my gym until you cure Amphy, bitch.
Amphi is only alive because I'm standing here doing nothing while it suffers. Can't you see that? Only by my presence does this Pokemon continue to live.
Though, in my opinion, Black and White 1 probably has, like, the most lawsuit-worthy gyms.
Yeah, don't like half of those gyms, they're like, sorry, I gotta have you do me a favor first before I'll let you battle me.
No, it's not that. In Gen 5, the gym does not, like, I haven't played Gen 2 in a while, so I don't really remember, like, the three, like, Black and White 1 is, like, the three most dangerous gyms ever. Black and White 1, you have to walk through honey.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
walls of honey for the bug gym.
Yeah.
In the ice gym, you literally have to slide on ice. And then there's the flying type gym where you just get shot through fucking cannons.
Well, I mean, there's the Gen 2 Faulkner gym where he basically has you walking on this tightrope, almost tightrope sized path from the beginning of the gym to him, and there's this black pit beneath it, and you don't even know how far down it goes. In Gen 4, they make you ride a huge elevator to get up there, and you just walk on this. There's no guardrails. You just walk on this fucking thing like it's the beam game from Kaiji or whatever, and you fucking just die horribly.
Oh god, I just remembered there's another Black and White 1 gym that's like super dangerous. The Dragon Gym. Where like you're on the moving statues.
Yeah, that one.
Climb up.
Yeah, that one's bullshit. Yeah, a lot of those gyms are over fucking complicated.
They're fucking dangerous. Like, what are you gonna do if like at the end when you reach the top of the dragon, like the two dragons like clash? So what are you gonna do? It's like there's no guardrails on those dragon arms that you're walking on. What are you gonna do if like you get shaken off by the impact?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't even know how you would regulate the Pokemon universe with all these creatures around who can fucking break the laws of physics at will.
In my opinion, Skylar's gym in Black and White 1 is like like if that was like if all the Pokemon gyms like ever were in real life, Skylar's gym would probably get the most lawsuits.
What happens in that one? I don't remember.
Well, that's the one where you get shot through cannons.
Oh, the cannon one.
In an open air hangar. Like an aircraft hangar.
It's damn fortunate that those cannons seem to have 100% perfect aim every single time. Anything less than 100% and that woman would not be in business after about 6 months.
Like, the thing is, even if they're aiming safely, do you know how much kinetic energy it would take to launch a human through the air like that? Using gunpowder? Enough to fucking destroy the human body.
And it makes you wonder, like, why don't some of these kids who go into these gyms and see this shit just use their fly Pokemon to be like, I'm just gonna float over all this shit and go straight to the gym leader. I don't give a damn. Do what?
I said facts. Also, then, like, I know this is technically not how it works, but, like, in Brawly's gym, they literally have you stumbling around in the dark in Gen 3.
Yeah, they do.
When I was a kid, the fact that Brawly was a gym leader confused the hell out of me, because, like, it wasn't like the first game where, like, they had, like, a gym leader in a town.
I mean, they had a gym leader in a place where there was no Pokemart. I seem to remember that distinctly about Brawly's gym. There's no fucking Pokemart in Dewford. So, anytime you want to go to the mart, you gotta go back to Petalburg.
Okay, so as a kid, fucking the Petalburg gym was, like, super hard, because, like, I was a dumbass. I didn't know how to get through slacking. But as an adult, it becomes, like, one of the easiest gyms ever.
I mean, all you gotta really do with slacking is just, like, stall it out, right? Like, if you've got a Pokemon with Protect, just use Protect and then attack it on a turn that it doesn't do anything.
fun fact, in Pokemon Showdowns, almost any ability format, slacking and Regigigas are actually banned. Because, like, with any ability other than their abilities, it would be too broken.
I could see that. I could see that.
Like, I used to play a competitive Pokemon in Gen 2, and one of my sets was I would have a slacking, like, I did VGC doubles, I would have a slacking and Gardevoir team, and the Gardevoir would use roleplay to change the slacking's ability to its own trace. So, the ability wouldn't benefit slacking at all, but it would remove truant from it.
Which benefits it massively in its own way.
Yeah. Though I also used in triples, it's actually possible to give slacking pure power, huge power.
That's huge and powerful.
Using an ability using a move called though it's not anywhere near a viable strategy, because it requires 2 whole turns of setup. First, you need to roleplay. Use the move roleplay to move pure power or huge power, whichever you're using, to the Pokemon with roleplay. Basically, roleplays. Not roleplay. Skill swap. You need to use skill swap on the Pokemon with pure power. Or huge power, once again, whichever Pokemon you have with that ability.
Did you just get 1,000 times more drunk in the last 5 minutes?
And then, basically, if you do skill swap once to get pure power to the middle slot, basically you basically have to use skill swap to get it to get pure power to the skill swap Pokemon. And then you need to do it again to give it to the slacking.
That sounds like that does sound like a lot of setup.
It is.
God damn.
And most of the time it'll be one of your mons will die, which will break the combo. But if you do manage to pull it off, Slaking about to wreck some cheeks.
Nice.
It would be possible in doubles, but if there was a Pokemon of pure power that could also learn skill swap, but sadly there isn't.
Jesus Christ, it's slacking with pure power. It's like a nuclear bomb in the form of a fist.
In X and Y, there were actually people who had hacked the game and somehow, if you modified the data of the Pokemon in your battle box, it would somehow get through the hack checks. So you would get fucking Mega Mewtwo Ys, without needing the Mega Evolve, just Mega Mewtwo Ys with fucking pure power.
Oh Jesus.
And for context, Mega Mewtwo Y has the highest base attack stat. I think it's base 190 or something fucking absurd. The next highest after that is Mega Mile, and its attack is only that high because it innately has pure power. But wait, let me check this real quick.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go get some more booze.
Yeah, Mega Mewtwo is base 190. Holy shit.
I have returned.
Welcome back. Yo, who would you say is like the most iconic legendary? I kind of want to say Mewtwo.
I think I would agree with you. Like Mewtwo was the subject of the very first Pokemon movie. That was when Pokemon was at its height. Everyone remembers Mewtwo. Like the first time I streamed one of these and had it sub-streamed to Facebook, somebody commented on it from my friends group and was like, Mewtwo was the most OP, man. Like that's what people who don't even play Pokemon anymore, haven't played it in years, they still remember that from when they were a kid. Mewtwo.
Also, even by modern standards, Mewtwo holds up surprisingly well.
Yeah, because its stats are ridiculous. It's got mega evolutions. It's psychics. Psychics are still a pretty strong type. I mean, they're not as broken as they were, but they carry their weight.
Like base 130 speed with base 154 special attack, and it's not even like frail. It has base 90 in both defenses, and its HP is base 106. It's fast. It hits hard. It's fairly bulky.
Yeah, there's really very little wrong with it other than just how long it takes to level it up, and who gives a shit in competitive. So it's
even
just
even base Mewtwo in the modern meta, like even with his mega evolutions taken away, base Mewtwo is still strong enough to be in Ubers. Then there's his mega evolutions, which those things are Chads.
I'm assuming those are banned from competitive play.
Oh no, they weren't banned. The only Pokemon in the Mega Evolution times that were banned. Like, fun fact, Uber started out as a ban list. The Anything Goes tier was created just for Mega Rayquaza. It was the only Pokemon at the time that the Anything Goes tier, like, it was the only AG tier Pokemon at the time of the AG tiers inception. And Mega Rayquaza was so OP, it was banned from the ban list.
That makes me miss my Rayquaza. What did it die to? Something real fucking stupid. I don't remember. That's how fucking stupid it. Oh yeah, it died to a goddamn Wobbuffet that mirror coded it at the right time exactly.
Yeah. Fuck Wobbuffet. Yo, and all like one of the meta sets in a fucking anything goes. I mean, not anything goes in the almost any ability tier is a sturdy Wobbuffet.
Oh Jesus, that sounds like a nightmare.
It is. Though it can only really take out one Mon, but it's pretty much a guaranteed kill because like it does have fairly high health if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, Jesus, with Wobbuffet, all you can really do is like use a poison move on it and just kind of spam some non-attacking move and wait for it to die. And if it's a trainer commanding it, it's just gonna have healing items.
Okay, yeah, Wobbuffet is base 190 HP.
Jesus Christ.
I believe Blissey is still the highest at base 255.
Speaking of Blissey, I hope I find a route near the end of the game where those pop up regularly because, man, that's gonna make grinding a hell of a lot less miserable.
So, fun fact, Blissey and Chansey are the sole reason why the imposter ability is banned in the almost anything go in the almost any abilities format on a Pokemon Showdown.
Why is that?
Oh, because imposter is basically makes so that when you switch in that Pokemon, it basically lets you transform without needing to use the move.
Oh shit.
And the only stat that stays the same when you transform is health.
Oh, man.
So you can have like
Oh.
a Rayquaza with fucking Blissey health if it was legal.
I'm picturing a Rayquaza that's as fat as Blissey. Just a big, chunky Rayquaza.
Like my dick.
Yeah. Hey, baby. When you take off my pants, you're gonna see a Rayquaza with Blissey stats.
And it's shiny Rayquaza, baby.
Yeah. It's shiny because of I don't wash it and it's got a lot of oil on it and it stinks. Get to sucking.
I just like. Have you ever played Pokemon Showdown? I mean,
I
not Pokemon Showdown. Fucking Pokemon Conquest.
I have not.
Pokemon
Oh wait, no no no
Conquest
no
is
no 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 wait. Is that the one that's like a turn-based strategy?
yeah. I
I played it a
fucking love
little.
Pokemon Conquest.
I played it a
And the
little. I played it a little. Patrick gave me that game as a gift one time, and I finally got around to playing a little bit of it. It's kind of it's neat, but I haven't gone back to it because I've been so busy with like I'm doing a fucking chaos draft run through of Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution and all
like
this
the
other
story
shit.
mode, like the main story is kind of meh, but like the game truly starts with the post game.
Oh really?
There's so much fucking post game content.
Oh, that's giving me the motivation to get back into it then.
Like every single character that you fight, and even some characters that you don't fight in the story have their own episode. Like every character that's important enough to have a unique portrait has their own episode. It's fucking insane.
That
And
sounds
some
like a lot of content.
and a lot of them even have their own legendary Pokemon you can unlock if you meet certain requirements in their story. And some of the missions even have replay value because like you can only like basically you played the story long enough for the main character to evolve, right?
I don't think so. I have only played it 3 or 4 times, maybe.
Oh, I highly recommend it. Once you beat the game and like get to that post game, though, I will say one thing: the post game, there's not only a lot more of it than the main story, but the actual it's a lot less railroady than the main story. Like you can conquer the places and you can conquer the region in pretty much any order you so choose. And it's also a lot harder because of that aspect. Because in the main story, I think the most total nations you ever need to contend with and split your army apart to divide and conquer, I believe the most is 3. In some of the harder stories, it's you again. It's like every nation at once, and like the thing that's cool about it is that it's not like all the nations are beefing with you. It's literally like a free for all. Like you could get to like let's say everyone warring with each other. Like it's so fucking cool. Yo up, yo. And the main villain and the final boss of the story mode, his legendary is a Rayquaza, and it is a shiny Rayquaza, and it is awesome.
Oh, sounds like it. Shiny Rayquaza. What does shiny Rayquaza look like? What's its color?
Oh, it's black and gold. It's really
Oh
cool.
shit, that does sound cool. That sounds bitchin'.
I could post a picture in the Discord if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and post a picture. I can't say I'm gonna look at it right this second, but I do want to see it.
I can also show its mega if you want. It's shiny mega.
Fuck it, throw it in. Just like put it in the regular old We Flash people Discord.
Alright.
And then people will be like, what the fuck? And then they'll see like, oh yeah, he's streaming. And then it'll be cool. And shit. And stuff. And stuff with shit in it.
They are sent. I also found one where someone took Mega Rayquaza and made it as an anime girl because the internet exists.
Of course, naturally.
I'll post
Naturally.
that too just for the memes.
Just for the fucking hell of it. I love how there are so many Pokemon in this route that are weak to electric. That makes this so easy for me.
Yeah, Amphi is eating good.
Yeah, Ampharos is a motherfucker.
And you gotta love how in Gen 1 the punches are all, like the elemental punches are all special.
Yeah, which I think is a little weird because a punch is anything but not physical. But you know, I know it's early Pokemon, so I'm not gonna judge.
Imagine getting flicked in the nuts by a Machamp, bro. That shit would hurt.
I do believe it would. It would punch my nuts up into my head and then rattle my head around like dice in a Yahtzee cup.
Nah, it would be like that one game at the carnival where you have to hit the hammer on the plate, and if you win, it rings the bell.
Oh yeah, that one. Ding 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 ding.
Fun fact: those things are actually they specifically give you a hammer that isn't strong enough to like you need to be like a fucking bodybuilder to do it with the hammer that they give you.
You need to be what?
You need to be a fucking bodybuilder to do it with the hammer they give you.
Well, then that gives you a good reason to go out and be a bodybuilder. So you can go out on a date and like do the hammer machine and then
you got poisoned.
Yeah, I unpoisoned myself. I'm good.
Yo, poison in oh, that was a voice crack. Poison in early Pokemon games is so fucking scary.
It really is, and I wish they'd have kept it that way because Pokemon's easy enough as it is. They did not need to make it easier by going like, oh, your Pokemon miraculously healed from the poison right before it died. Like, come on. Pokemon without any kind of arbitrary rule set planted on it by the player is some easy ass shit.
It was especially terrifying in Gen 1 when overworld poison was 1/8 instead of 1/16.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, just that's and then poison occurs so early in the game. Like Viridian Forest, there are already Pokemon that can poison you immediately, and then you know your Pokemon have so little health that if you don't have an antidote with you, you there's nothing much you can do.
Yo, you have your phone on you, right?
Not on me. It's in my room.
Oh, I was gonna say you could use like your phone. Like next time you take your drinks, you can use your phone to look at the Rayquazas.
Oh yeah, that's true. Next time I get up to get more drinks, I'll get my phone while I'm doing so.
That sounds good.
Yeah, remind me to do that next time I get up for booze, because I will invariably forget. Also, I'm training everybody up to level 40 because I'm tired of losing Pokemon. Like, I am seriously fucking over losing Pokemon. I don't care how long it takes, I'm doing it.
Well, hey, let's look at the bright side. At least, like, you haven't ran into, like, an arena trap in a while.
I haven't. That is true. After the arena trap spree that was the Cerulean Vermilion area, I haven't had that experience again.
Wait, honest question, do you think some of the early failed runs would have been doable without the like if you had done the 20 instead of the 30 modifier?
Probably. I would have probably just barely survived hits that otherwise killed my Pokemon, and then I would have been able to at least salvage the run that way. But, you know, you never know. You never know. You can never be certain. I mean, The thing that makes this run so special isn't just the level modifier being lowered, it's the fact that I got Wall Rain so early. And between Claydol and Wall Rain, I was able to basically steamroll the early game in a way that I wasn't able to in the other earlier randomizations.
Even though it's sad that he died, Walrein is, like, in a randomizer, he's always a good draft.
Yeah, Walrein is the shit. Walrein...
He's one of the few water types. Like, water types aren't really known for like, their bulk. Except for, like, Wailord and, like, Palkia. Like, he's one of the few water types that can put to shame.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm done raising my Ampharos. It's at 40 now. So now we move on to Dratini. This will be a lot less fun, I can imagine. At least it has Dragon Rage. That's kind of neat. It does consistent damage.
If this is no winning run, do you think it'll be more cathartic than the winning run of Emerald?
Yeah, probably.
What would you say is, like, the most cathartic run you've had so far in, like, your time drunklocking?
Oh, man. Probably Emerald. Because of just what you said. Like, the early... Emerald, I just had a really hard time getting a randomization that was favorable to me. And I remember this distinctly, thinking to myself, you know, and during the last run, these encounters may not be spectacular, but they're practical. Like, I can catch all these Pokemon. And that's why I was able to get through that one. I had a cushion. I always was able to catch more Pokemon. I never got to a point where I was like, well, shit, I've encountered nothing but legendaries that I can't catch in Pokeballs, so I've only got these 2 or 3 Mons that I can use.
By the way, in the future, I would recommend doing, like, more random abilities, but maybe, like, set the options to ban fucking arena tag and early Wonder Guard.
Yeah, we've talked about this. I'm definitely going to do that next time I randomize abilities. Like, there's an option in the randomizer specifically to do that, and I'm doing it. Because that ability is bullshit, and it should not fucking exist in a randomized ROM. Like, there are enough things that can randomly kill you in a ROM. I do not need something unfair like a... Because Arena Trap just makes it to where you cannot safely train up Pokemon. Because you never know when you're going to encounter something that is going to make it to where you can't switch train.
Because, like, random abilities is genuinely really fun and adds a lot of diversity and in some cases would allow you to put some Pokemon in the team that you normally never would. Like,
yeah.
It's just no fun being sacked by fucking cheese abilities.
No, I didn't.
I felt really bad at that early stretch. That's like, I kind of owed the first.
No, yeah, I remember that distinctly because I happened to hit a stretch of the game in Cerulean and Vermilion where almost everything had Shadow Tag.
Wasn't there one specific run where one of the routes had, like, 2 different Mons with, on the same route, 2 different Mons with Arena Trap that were both super effective to something you were trying to train up?
Yeah. That might have been either the last run or it was this run, and I still managed to get through it.
I think it was this run, because, like, at the start of this run, that was, like, when you were really, really, really getting pissed off at the random abilities.
Yeah, and I mean, it still annoys me a bit because, like, I have to grind in an area where I know that there are no Shadow Tag Arena Trap Mons in order to, you know, feel safe. Like here, for instance. But
So once you get like the mons to a certain level, oh wait, have you used any of the? Have you gotten the chance to use Pokédolls to escape Arena Trap yet?
I haven't. But I imagine I will. Like, main thing I'm worried about is trainers, because trainers, they offer more EXP just on the virtue of the fact that they're trainers, but you can't if one of their Pokemon has one of those abilities, you can't use a Pokédoll or anything to get out of it, I don't think.
Yeah, you can, which is kind of cheap.
Oh, really? Well then. That makes me feel a little better, but it says wild Pokemon distinctly in the description of several of those items.
Yeah, it only works on wild.
Yeah.
I think teleport might work in a trainer battle, but I could be wrong. I know that.
I think with teleport, it just switches to another mon in your party, I think.
I know that if a mon with Arena Trap uses Roar, at least in modern generations, I don't know about older generations, it will still swap them out.
I wish I would get a Pokemon that's weak with Roar that I could train up more easily. I want to go ahead and use a TM on fucking Dratini to help it not be so weak. But I don't know what I should use. Psycho Boost? Like, Dragon's special, right? Not physical?
Oh, let me check. Yeah, Dragon is special.
Okay, good. Good. So I don't feel so bad about putting Psycho Boost on Dratini.
Does Dratini have Dragon Rage?
It does, but I'm at a point. I'm at an area in the game where Dragon Rage does not one shot. Oh, that's a drink.
One randomization option that I never do is random movesets. Because it was my first and only time ever doing random movesets. My rival's starter had a Dragon Rage.
Yeah, abilities are about as far as I'm willing to go as far as randomizing Pokemon's inherent characteristics. Because I want the Pokemon to stay how they are. I'm fine with randomizing where they show up and what trainers have them and shit. But I hate, like, extreme randomizers where the Pokemon aren't even themselves anymore. Like,
the thing is, abilities, it's only just that. It's an extra added ability, whereas
yeah.
it doesn't change unless a Pokemon is designed around its ability, which it seems that at least in Gen 3 randomizations, it keeps that, like, Cast Form keeps its ability.
Yeah, Cast Form is still Cast Form, more or less. Because it's defined by its ability. It's a gimmick Pokemon.
And plus, if you get like a mediocre or bad Pokemon, but it gets a really, really good ability,
yeah,
that gives you the opportunity to use a Pokemon that you otherwise wouldn't.
And in the inverse of that, In this randomization, for example, Mewtwo has Truant. So Mewtwo goes from being a broken, terrifying encounter to being manageable. And like, I don't even want to really encounter a Mewtwo as my first Pokemon on any route, because I don't want a Pokemon that has Truant. I already had Cloyster, and that sucked enough.
Though, to be fair, Mewtwo, it's probably not anywhere near as affected by Truant as something closer to, like, let's be real. Mewtwo is probably gonna one-shot whatever it's in front of.
Maybe. But I don't like taking the chance of it not one-shotting and then having to wait a whole one more turn for it to be able to do something. Mewtwo may be tough, but it's not invincible.
In Gen 1, it was pretty much invincible.
Right, but this is Gen 3.
Yeah.
And abilities didn't even exist in Gen 1, so that wouldn't even matter. That wouldn't be a factor. Like, hell yeah, in Gen 1, if I get a Mewtwo as an encounter anywhere, and I'm able to get it, I'm getting it. It's getting got. Without hesitation.
You know what I'm surprised hasn't been done yet?
Um...
I'm surprised there hasn't been a Pokemon mod that has the jank-ass Gen 1 mechanics, but with all future mechanics added in.
They should make a fucking Gen 4 or Gen 5 ROM with Gen 1 like calculations in terms of like focus energy and what moves affect ghost Pokemon and all that other broken shit from Gen 1. Just basically someone looking at all the problems with Gen 1 list that somebody made and applying all of those to future gens.
Oh, I just remember something. There's another reason why Mewtwo is, Gen 1 Mewtwo, even with all the broken shit we have nowadays, Gen 1 Mewtwo is probably still pound for pound the best Pokemon ever. Because not only did it benefit from having its special stat, which was just defense and offense, so it was a bulky nightmare. Not only did it have amnesia, which boosted both special attack and special defense by 2 stages, because it boosts special by 2 stages. But
yeah.
It also had a speed of 130, and in Gen 1, your crit rate is tied to your base speed.
Oh, that's right. So Mewtwo crits almost with certainty. Or at least consistently.
And it was Gen 1 Psychic. And it had Recover.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Gen 1 Mewtwo's like the most broken thing ever. Mega Rayquaza, step aside.
Step aside, Pops. Also, I gotta ask, have you been drinking along to this thing the whole time?
Yeah, and I've been eating spicy chips.
Oh, so you're eating something at least. I haven't been eating. I haven't eaten anything since my lunch break at work today.
You know something that I've noticed about like the differences between like YouTube streamers and Twitch streamers?
Which I'm both.
Like I've noticed that like YouTube streamers don't really eat that much while streaming, whereas Twitch streamers do.
That's weird. I wonder why that is. I guess in Twitch, you basically expect the streamer to have a webcam set up. So, like, if you're eating something with a webcam on, I suppose it's kind of an indirect product placement. But that might also be a bad thing. I don't know.
Like Hasanabe straight up like brings in his wife's cooking and like eats it while watching stuff. It's insane.
Who does?
Hasanabe, he's like Hassan Piker. He's like that one communist guy.
Hassan baby. Habadi baby.
Oh, he's a political streamer, but like he's a complete dumbass. He says that he's a socialist, but he owns a $4 million mansion.
Like many rich socialists, he is a hypocrite.
Yep.
And this includes anybody. Like, socialism in America is an inherently hypocritical ideology because in America, to be elected to any office beyond, like, state representative, you're going to have money. And having money in a significant amount, more so than the average working yuckster, I mean, it's hypocritical. I mean, because like in socialist ideology, money implies, having wealth implies that you're exploiting somebody or something.
Communism be like, yo, you know diamonds and seashells? Yeah, they're the same. They're worth the same.
I mean, it's just a matter of fucking, of, like, politicians should not be so quick to dictate the value of things.
Exactly. I just don't understand why, like, everyone made a big deal over, like, Mitt Romney and, like, Trump being, like, rich when, like, every fucking presidential candidate ever except, like, the first 3 presidents were fucking rich when they were elected.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there's a different, like, all people who run for president are gonna have some wealth to them.
Yeah, because like
The
you
key,
do a shitload of marketing.
the key difference to me is whether that person was always rich and is coasting by on their political dynasty, kind of like Bush, for instance. And then there's somebody like Bill Clinton who is like, he grew up broke as fuck. And he didn't even ever know his real father, and his stepfather was abusive to his mother, and he had to, like, defend his mother from his stepfather and shit. Like, to me, that's somebody where it's like, okay, you're rich, you've got wealth and power, but you know what it's like to not have those things.
Like, you know me, you know how like I'm a Republican and all, but I actually respect Bill Clinton as a president. I think he's way better. I think his political views are way better than his wife's.
Right, and it's because he understands working class ideals, kind of, and he understands like you can't talk down to people just because they're privileged.
I think I've told you this before, but like my family's roots are, well, like our ethnic roots are from Ireland, but like our family tree's roots, like our modern family rather, our main branch, is from fucking West Virginia. I don't know why my brain was blanking on the state. Maybe it's the booze.
It's probably the booze. It's almost certainly the booze.
Like my family's from West Virginia, and
Mountain Mama.
Hillary Clinton.
Hill Clinton.
Hillary Clinton she tried to win over West Virginia by going there, giving a speech, making promises, and one of her promises was to put all the coal miners out of business. Or, well, those were her exact words. She said she was gonna shut down the coal industry, which, why would you go to a state known for its coal miners and say you're gonna shut down the fucking coal industry?
Right, and I mean, like, I understand to some extent what she's trying to do. She's trying to, say that coal isn't the future, like, we're gonna need to clean energy to survive climate change, etc., etc., but you've got to offer people an alternative. You can't just talk down to them like, we're gonna come here and we're gonna get rid of all your jobs, and we're gonna leave you in the dust, and fuck you, and vote for me, I'm rich. You've got to be talking about things that matter to people. Like, if their industry is dying, you got to be talking about industries that are going to take that place, that are going to be the new, that are going to be the future of work.
You see, as much as I dislike Biden, I think Clinton would have been Hillary specifically would have been a lot worse. Like fucking, I don't think that, the difference is, fucking Joe Biden is just fucking, he's just an incompetent dumbass, but I don't think he's malicious, whereas Hillary Clinton, I think she's, like, legitimately evil.
She may be. And I mean, in 2016, we had the worst two choices for president in my lifetime, I think. We had the choice between evil that has controlled ideas and evil that's just chaotic and unpredictable. And I mean, I held my nose and I voted for Clinton in 2016 because I was terrified that if Trump got into office, he would basically nuke the planet, which thankfully he didn't do that. Thankfully, he was either kept under control or he realized that would be stupid. Or some combination of the two.
You know, as a Republican, my opinions on Trump are very, complicated and torn. I like a lot of his economic policies. His social stuff and, the best way I can describe it is I think he was a good president, but a really, really shitty person.
I suppose there's that.
Because, there is, as much as I don't like Trump, he is a businessman, and, he knows, how money works. So he did really help the economy. His social policies were ass.
Yeah, pretty much. He's the reason why abortion has just become illegal in several different states.
Yeah.
It's because of his choices in Supreme Court justices.
I hate the fact that Supreme Court justices aren't, I think that just like the presidency, they need to be put up, I think they need to have elections for that.
Yeah, maybe.
Or at least make it so that, they're not in the position till the day they die.
Right. There needs to at least be a way to recall them. They can initially be put in the office by the president and the Senate just like normal, but there ought to be a 5-year break wherein people vote on whether or not they can keep the position. And if they don't get the vote, then the president should be forced to pick a new justice and get them, through just like they were retiring.
The thing that I don't like is half the justices are thrice removed from this current generation.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a problem too.
Some of them...
Ooh, I'm getting Dragonair.
Some of them, their worldviews are just too ow, I just hit myself in the nuts by accident, but some of their worldviews are just too fucking archaic for this modern age.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, as a liberal, as a leftist, I really wish Ruth Bader Ginsburg had retired instead of fucking holding on to her office until she died at the worst possible fucking time. It's like, man, I know it's ageist to say this, but when you get up to a certain age, you should not hold public office and have public responsibilities. It's just not fucking convenient for people anymore. Like, you should not be able to be an 80-year-old Supreme Court justice. It's fucking stupid.
Like, once you get to a certain point, there's a science to old, like, the older you get, the more your brain's deteriorate. There's, like, actual science behind that. Like, I assume you've heard of the hay flick limit.
Of the what?
The hay flick limit.
That. Post that in chat. I'm gonna go get more booze.
Oh, don't forget your phone. I'm back. Hello? Hello?
Alright, I'm back and I got my phone with me.
Alright, now you can check them Rayquazas. I'm surprised you remembered. I kind of tried to remind you, but you already gone by the time I did.
Yeah, I remembered.
Once you check out them Rayquazas, I'm gonna explain the hay flick limit, because it's something that I'd rather talk about before I'm too drunk, because, like, I'm currently not in a state where I can, type perfectly well.
Come on, Discord, come on.
Is doing the Discord slow thingy.
Well, I mean, Discord is just... stuff is just slow for me in general.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, that is nice. That's the gold and black Rayquaza. That's two pictures. Is that the mega one? The one with all the fiery stuff on it?
Yeah.
And then what the fuck is this? Is this like an anime girl version of that?
Yeah, because the internet exists.
Naturally. And then was that it?
Yeah. But now I'm going to describe the Hayflick limit. Like, you know what mitosis is, right?
Something involving plant
Like,
or dividing of cells.
yeah, your cells, they replenish themselves, they replace themselves when they die by dividing into two.
Mm-hmm.
But, which is dictated by your chromosomes. The Hayflick limit is, before I get into the Hayflick limit, first I'm describe the reason why, like, certain things happen when you age, like, the worsening of memory, or, like, skin, starting to, wrinkle and sag, that's because when you, like, the Hayflick limit is basically the point when your cells no longer have the ability to divide. So, like, basically, as you approach closer to the Hayflick limit, the brain or the chromosomes are running low on energy, and they need to prioritize. They prioritize the functions necessary to survive with their limited remaining energy, which is why, like, a lot of that's why, like, as you age, you get more and more frail and have less muscle and structural integrity and memory. It deprioritizes stuff that isn't necessary to survive when it reaches closer to the Hayflick limit.
How do you spell that limit?
Oh, Hayflick. I believe it's named after the scientist that first, like, really started studying chromosomes.
So it's like hay, like what horses eat, and then flick, like what you do to somebody when you flick your finger at them.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's mainly what I was confused about.
It's currently a theory, but it's like one of those theories that's like pretty much accepted as scientific fact.
Kind of like evolution.
Yeah. Sorry if you hear scampering around. I'm playing with my cats with a laser pointer.
You know, my brothers used to play with me or at one day they played with me with a laser pointer. I was the
What?
cat.
How old are you?
I was like 8.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, they told me, hey, chase the red dot around. And I was a kid with ADHD and I had a lot of energy. So I was like, okay. And then I chased it around for a bit.
How long did you chase it around?
I don't remember. Like, probably about 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes.
I can't tell if, like, you haven't been doing anything on the stream.
I haven't been doing anything on the stream. I've been pouring my drinks.
Oh, that's fair.
Because my Dratini just evolved into Dragonair. So, you know. You know how that be.
If it survives long enough, you might get a Dragonite. Also, can I point out that it's kind of fucking retarded that they gave a Dragonite a high attack stat in Gen 1 when Dragon is a special type. Well, then again, there technically wasn't any damaging Dragon moves.
There was only Dragon Rage, which was static.
Yeah.
Which is dumb as shit. That's one of those Gen 1 things where it's like, what the fuck were they thinking?
Kind of like how the only damaging bug move, like, there are a few types in Gen 1 that only had one damaging move. Those being, Bug and, Ghost, which only had, like, the only Dragon type move in Gen 1 was a static move. Like, I don't consider static damaging move, I don't consider static damage moves as damaging moves. Like, what I consider damaging moves is a move that has a, damage calculation.
Right. Otherwise, it's just like a static shock, if you will.
Yeah, but like Bug and Ghost only had one damaging move each, with Ghost's only move being Lick. So Ghost had a static move, I think, a static damage move in Gen 1. Is it Nightshade? I think Nightshade. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
The thing that does, yeah. So, like other than static damage moves, the only damaging moves that Ghost had was Lick, and I believe Leech Life was the only damaging Bug move. They might have had Twin Needle, but I don't think so.
Yeah. And that was another thing that made Psychic so broken. It's like their only vulnerability was Bug, but Bug had such a limited move pool.
They were also technically weak to Ghost types, but Gen 1
Yeah.
made them immune.
Yeah, Gen 1 sucked at making ghosts actually strong against psychic types. So between Bug being shit and Ghost being useless, psychic types just kind of got free reign of the whole fucking generation.
The funny thing is, in Gen 1, Ghosts were actually, even though their actual type, like their move pool is fucking ass, they were still a really good type because they were probably, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they were overall the best defensive type in Gen 1.
Ghosts?
It's between like Ghosts and Norm. It's between Ghosts and Normal for me.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that normals have in their defense is that other than like Ghost and Rock, they can hit pretty much anything. And normal has a lot of very high stat attack moves, such as Body Slam and Double Edge.
Yeah, and like fucking Hyper Beam in Gen 1 was so busted.
Yeah, because it was physical. And so many normal moves were on Pokemon that had real high physical stats, like Gyarados.
Yeah. But not only was it physical, you want to know something else crazy about Gen 1 Hyper Beam?
If you killed a Pokemon with it, it didn't have to recharge.
Yup.
Mm-hmm. I've seen enough J Rose 11 to know that shit. It's crazy how Hyper Beam worked in Gen 1, man.
And want to know another thing that makes Mewtwo crazy? It had its attack stat is also above average, and it could learn Hyper Beam in Gen 1. So you couldn't even, you'd like, not even Chansey was safe from it. Chansey was like the best special wall in Gen 1.
Yeah, because there was no physical special split yet. In the or at least not in the Gen 1 sense. Because like everybody talks about the physical special split, and they're usually referring to one of two things: the split between special attack and special defense, and the split between moves themselves being inherently physical or special.
It's also funny to me that in Gen 1, because Amnesia was the way it was, Snorlax was actually a better special attacker than a physical attacker. That's so funny to me.
Could you repeat that?
So this is so funny to me that in Gen 1, because Amnesia worked the way it did, that Snorlax was actually a better special attacker than physical attacker.
Wow. And Snorlax is just some big fat panda thing.
I am not a big fat panda. I am the big fat panda.
That's true. If I ever catch a Snorlax in one of these runs, I'm calling it Jack Black.
Yo, I love Jack Black.
I do too. Yeah, he's good people.
And did you know that Jack Black was actually in one of Weird Al's music videos.
Which one?
He was in Tacky and he was twerking. That's probably not a sight you want to see.
But it's also probably one I have to see.
Yeah.
Like, I need to.
Tacky was also a lot better than the song It's Paradising.
Which is Fancy by Kesha, right?
No, it's Tacky. It's Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Oh, okay.
Like, Happy isn't a bad song. I just hate it because it was overplayed to hell and back when it came out.
Yeah, I mean, that happens to some songs. I mean, you can argue that that happened to Green Day's Boulevard of Broken Dreams. It got overplayed. But
Yeah,
that
but
song is still
it's
one of the
good
greatest
enough
ones of all
that it doesn't
time.
matter.
Exactly.
Like, there's another song that I used to really like, but it got played so fucking much that I feel like deep rage whenever I hear it nowadays, and that's Lana Del Rey's Summertime Sadness. I liked that song when it first came out.
Lana Del Rey's Summertime Sadness. I'll have to check that out.
You know who Lana Del Rey is, right?
I know. I've heard the name Lana Del Rey. I don't know much about them.
She has a very good and unique voice, and her breakout hit was Summertime Sadness, which is a really good song, but it was just played so much that I can't stand it.
Mm. Well, I mean, that's tragic because that's not even the artist's fault. That's the fault of the radio and the internet and whatever else plays that song too much until nobody wants to listen to it anymore.
Like, in high school, like, when I was, like, in school, like, middle school and high school, because I used to be, like, you know, I think I've mentioned this before, but I have Asperger's syndrome, and, like, it caused me to act up a lot in elementary school, so throughout all of, because I was deemed, like, a, quote, problem child,
Oh, yeah.
I was sent to, like, a private academy, and, like, I had, like, an hour bus ride, because it was, like, I've lived in fucking Connecticut my whole life, and this private academy was in Massachusetts, so it was, like, an hour-long drive.
Goddamn.
One of the things that I would hate the most was that, when I got on the bus ride, it was very common for there to be, for the radios, whatever radio station the bus driver had on at the time, it was very common for whatever radio station to go through its whole rotation multiple times in a single drive.
Oh, God.
Also, because it was an hour bus ride, I had to wake up at 5:30 a.m. and get on the bus at like 6 a.m.
So you were up at 6 a.m. listening to a radio station's predetermined track list for an hour-long bus ride.
Yes. It was pain.
Oh, it sounds like it.
And it was like when I was in middle school specifically, I heard a fucking Katy Perry's Teenage Dream so many fucking times because it was on one of the Kiss 95.7, which is one of the most popular Connecticut, Massachusetts channels.
Oh yeah.
Kiss 95, you've heard of it, right?
It sounds familiar.
It's in like all of New England, I believe. But at one point, Katy Perry's Teenage Dream was in their main rotation in 2 separate slots.
And how old was Katy Perry when Teenage Dream came out? She was probably like 24, right?
Let me Google it. I just know that I don't think Katy Perry is as good of a singer as a lot of people think she is.
Probably not. But a lot of people probably think she's a perfect singer just based on the fact that she has studio technology applied to her voice.
You know what singer sounds really like I used to be a huge Avril Lavigne fan, and then I heard her sing live.
Oh God. So what you're telling me is she sounded perfect live.
No. And Katy Perry was 25 when she released Teenage Dream.
Damn, I was close. I guessed 24 and I got 25. You know what's even funnier than 24? 25.
Do you want to see? You know the song. Like, what are your opinions on the song "Chop Suey" by System of a Down?
My opinions are that I do in fact cry when angels deserve to die.
But do you like the song?
It's fine. I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't call it it's not a song that I would choose to go out of my way to listen to, but if it came on the radio, I wouldn't like snap the radio off.
Well, I'm posting a link. It's an audio recording of one of Avril Lavigne's live shows where she did her cover of Chop Suey, and it's bad.
I feel like I've heard of this. Avril Lavigne trying to cover System of a Down's Chop Suey.
You want to know what happened?
You know, Patrick is in the kitchen with me right now, and he just looked at me like, what the fuck? Because, like, he even can't believe that exists.
Like, it was a collab event where, like, they were at, like, a music gathering event, and she was singing it to honor them.
Hang on a second.
They were there.
The
singer walked up to her and made her stop. Like, the System of a Down lead singer made her stop.
What? She was doing it, and then Serge Tankian walked up on the stage and was like, no.
Yes.
Okay, you need to post a video of that as soon as possible. I need to see that shit.
It's like we saw that.
Though he was clean shaven and, like, it was filmed like a potato, so it's hard to tell that it's him.
He like threw his guitar over the back of the stage, and then the singer just like punched him.
Patrick was just referencing a video that we watched where, like, a band is playing and the guitar player tries to do a lead thing and totally fucks it up, and then he throws his guitar off stage and he was trying to do a guitar flip, and then the singer just walks up to him and punches him.
You know, well, sadly, it seems like I can't post it. Like, whenever I find something that's so funny that I have to save it, I put the link with its title in a Word document. I went to click the link for the live performance, and it is unlisted.
Hang on, I gotta go get more booze.
Okay, my son.
I gotta throw this one away.
By the way, I got this something like Chico when I ordered like a tea from the poke place.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a tea and a juice. Like, I mean, I got this and a juice instead of a tea. I don't normally drink this. Do you drink these at all?
Not normally, but in the interest of not wasting it, I'll refrigerate it so it's cold and then I'll...
Okay. See if you can open it first. I was having trouble with that.
I mean, I've got the bottle opener that I normally use. It's not in here, I guess, but it's the one that I normally use, and I can... So I'll figure out a way to open it, but I'm gonna put it in the fridge in the meantime. And I gotta grab this. I have returned.
So, I recently started watching the OG Yu-Gi-Oh in Japanese, so I can in subs like get its original uncensored stuff, and I decided to take a screenshot. Like, you know how in episode 1 he was like reading a book, but like because it's for kids, they removed the text off the front
Oh,
of the
no,
book.
yeah, he's reading Nietzsche in the original version, right?
Yup. Also,
Yeah.
Zarathustra. I probably fucking butchered that, but well, this man is reading Nietzsche on fucking middle school. Wait, are they in middle school or high school in OG?
I feel like
don't
it's like
know.
at least early high school with Kaiba
Yeah.
at that point.
I think they were like 15, around 15 to 16 at the start. So this man is a fucking freshman, maybe sophomore, reading Nietzsche, bro.
Well, I mean, he's already got his own fucking company. Why wouldn't he read Nietzsche at that age?
I don't know. It's just such a like, it just makes so much sense though, knowing who Kaiba is.
Right, yeah, that he would read the ramblings of a no-nihilist.
You know, I kind of feel bad for Nietzsche. The fact that cause the Nazi, like, his name is besmirched a lot just because, like, the Nazis based some of their ideology off of his works. So he gets a lot of unjust flack because of who his work kind of inspired.
And I mean, yeah, that's one thing that I really hate when people do. It's like, oh, these bad people got inspiration from this person's work, therefore this person is automatically bad like them. And it's like no, they just misinterpreted.
They want to do that. They use that, but they don't throw shade at Buddhism when the Nazi flag is literally paying homage to the Buddhist symbol for peace.
Which it could not be more opposite of that.
Yeah. Like, the German swastika is based off the Buddhist manji.
Right.
But it's a major religion, so we can't do that association fallacy. But we can with Nietzsche, because he was just some dude with a badass mustache.
Exactly.
Whereas Hitler was a guy with a shitty mustache, so he chose Nietzsche because he was because he admired his mustache.
He's a nihilist. Who gives a shit?
Even though he was a nihilist, like, I've read translated versions of his work, and the guy's actually a really good fucking thinker for being a nihilist.
I mean, nihilism is not an inherently angry or evil ideology. It just says, hey, you know, you live and you die, and when you die, there's probably nothing after it, so just enjoy what you got. Don't worry about, like, trying to find some deep meaning in human existence. We're all just animals. And that's okay.
People just associate nihilism and atheist, even though, like, I'm an atheist, but I'm not nihilistic, and I know nihilists who are religious. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why there's such a stigmatism that, like, they're mutually exclusive.
Because most people are fucking stupid. And they don't know the difference. And they don't understand the difference even when somebody explains it to them. It's not their fault. They're just salt of the earth, normal folks who don't get into dudes with awesome mustaches like we do.
What's more depressing? Someone who's too dumb to know... Someone who's too dumb to understand anything, or someone that understands nothing but is smart enough to know that they understand nothing?
To me, the most depressing thing is someone who understands everything and wishes they didn't. Because it makes them so depressed that they want to die. Because then it's like they can't even regress into ignorance because their brain won't let them. Whereas at least with ignorant people who are depressed, you can fool them with something and then they can be happy.
Yo, you know what you just said reminds me of? Like, in Bleach, there's a very famous speech from a fan favorite character. Even if you don't watch Bleach, you need to see this. You need to listen to this speech.
Is it the Bleach speech?
Here, I'll link it in the general chat, and maybe you can listen to it in your spare time on your phone or something.
Yeah.
It's legitimately such a good fucking speech. Like, you can take this is gonna sound kind of cringe, because, it's an anime, but, this speech is something that I actually learned something from, and, it somewhat shaped my current philosophy.
I will have to add that to our playlist later.
Or if you want, I can read off the speech, but I won't have the epic voice acting of the voice actor.
No, don't worry about that. I'll just listen to it later. You don't have to stress yourself for me, man.
Alright. I just want to read it off because, I want to know your thoughts on it. Let's see. Alright. You ready for me to go?
I mean, do whatever you want to do, but I've barely been able to discern what you're saying anyways. Just because your mic quality isn't the greatest thing.
Oh, that's my headset's on its, last leg.
I should really invest in the Guitar Hero USB mic.
You know what? I'll let you just watch it in your spare time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Make sure to DM me when you finish it, though, because, it is a very good speech.
Alright, I promise I will try to remember to do so, and if I don't remember, message me, and I will then hopefully remember to do so.
Or how about I just link it directly to your DM so that you can see it later?
Yeah, that's fine.
Get bogged down in the Discord.
That's fine.
Also, check the general chat on your phone real quick. If you chance.
Here, I'm doing it. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. The lady just fits a whole goddamn McDonald's ice cream in her mouth and then swallows it. I have seen this.
How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel like this woman would be amazing at blowjobs.
Indeed.
Huh?
I thought you were going to say eating ice cream.
Yeah, she'd also be amazing at eating ice cream, but mostly blowjobs. Anime Bleach, episode 200. The hardest body. Cut down.
What? Are you familiar with a YouTuber named Your Bud Tevin? He makes anime drinking game videos where he sets where he watches an anime that his viewers vote on, and he makes rules that every time certain things happen in the anime he has to take a drink.
I've seen at least one YouTuber that does drinking games with watching anime and that particular YouTuber involved Yu-Gi-Oh, the original anime in that.
Yeah, like Your Bud Heaven, one of my favorite videos of his is his ghost story dub video, because like some of the rules were every time someone is racist, or he also did a Boondocks video where one of the rules was every time a character says the N-word, take a drink.
Oh God, that would kill a normal man.
They also said every time Uncle Ruckus says something racist was one of the rules.
That would kill a normal man, like what I just done said.
And the funny thing is, he usually has like his friends with him in the videos, and like they have, as the video goes on, their banter gets more and more incomprehensible, and it's so funny.
I just remember in the Yu-Gi-Oh one, there was a point where they started discussing the original names of Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, and Beaver Warrior was apparently originally named like Luis or something.
Oh yeah, that's Your Bud Tevin. I've seen that video.
Yeah.
And I believe in the Ghost Stories one, they had over 60 drinks.
Oh God.
Though they weren't doing shots, they were just doing like sips. But the main guy, Your Bud Tevin, his drink of choice is Crown Apple.
So what you're saying is he tried to kill himself?
Yes.
Oh, did he succeed?
No.
Oh, well, I was about to say that's a shame, but that's kind of a cruel thing to say about somebody trying to kill themselves. I'm an asshole.
Well, you know what they say, you are what you eat.
Indeed. I eat asshole, and by that, I probably eat lots of animal proteins that happen to contain asshole.
Yo, you know what I just noticed? Like, the pedals on Leap, or what the fuck's that thing called?
I don't know.
Well, Cradily. The things on Cradily, its pedals look like dicks.
Well, that may be because it itself is a dick.
Well, it does no storm drain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the base game, I don't know what its random is in this ROM. So, are you at that point yet where the grind becomes mind-numbing?
Oh, it's mind-numbing, but I have a definite end goal in mind, and that end goal is once I get Tangela up to level 36, I'm gonna go back to Silphco.
I've beaten Yu-Gi-Oh! Chef of Destruction, so like, no grind can best me. If you've never played Chef of Destruction,
I mean, when you played Chef of Destruction, did you have a rule where you can only play it once every Friday night?
No.
That's where I'm at with Pokemon. It's like, if I don't make significant progress during the stream, I have to make it 7 days from now. And that's fucking frustrating. Which is why I hate having to grind over and over and over again.
So, have you played Yu-Gi-Oh! Chef of Destruction?
I have not.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards?
I have not.
Oh.
Are they following the actual rules of the game?
For the most part.
Then I'm not interested. They gotta be following them all the way or not at all, baby.
Like, it resembles a normal duel, but like different, there's a lot of change. Like, there's an elemental system where if you have elemental advantage, the other monster's just automatically destroyed, and the field power bonus works as it does in Duelist Kingdom, where it's a flat 30% increase to attack and defense.
Well, that's pretty fucking terrible.
Also, there's a deck cost system, and different cards, different deck costs, but you also have a duelist level where even if you have enough room to fit a high deck cost card, your duelist level needs to at least meet the card's duelist level. And like at the start of the game, your cards are trash. Like I believe like the average attack value of the starting deck is like 800, give or take.
Out of what maximum?
Oh, like the strongest card in either game is a five-headed god dragon at 5,000.
Damn.
Though
So
the
you're like
main
Yamcha
difference-
trying to go up against Nappa over here.
Yeah, though usually at least in sacred cards, where you can easily grind and like the enemy monsters aren't too strong. But like a lot of people complained about about the sacred cards being too easy. So they made Reshefa Destruction as the sequel, and the highest amount in Reshefa Destruction, like rematching named duelists would net you 10 deck cost and 3 duelist levels per duel, and 5,000 the highest one. Well, they different name duelists netted different amounts of DP, but the most you can get from a rematch duel was against Bandit Keith, who gave 10 duelist level, 3 levels, and 10,000 domino, which is the in-game currency. In Reshefa Destruction, the best grind you can do, you get 5 deck cost per win, 1 duelist level per 3 wins, and 500 domino. And to put into perspective, like not only do they make the grind a lot harder, they made the enemy deck thresholds a lot higher. Like mid game in the sacred cards, like the highest you would like see an enemy deck hat, like around mid game, the average enemy you would duel would have an average attack of around like 1,000, maybe 1,200 on the high end. In a Reshefa Destruction, mid game, you're looking at bare minimum 1,400 average.
That sounds like a lot.
Like the games are meant to emulate like the Duelist Kingdom and like Battle City eras of the anime, where like well, back when like cards with like 1,500 attack were treated as like, oh my god, that's so strong, and like 3,000 of the Blue Eyes is like almost insurmountable. Like it actually feels like you're playing through the anime.
I guess I have to try that out sometime, but god damn it, I mean, my deal is, like, when it comes to Duelist Kingdom, the most that I remember from that saga is the fact that Pegasus allowed a bunch of small children to congregate onto an island full of bears and hyenas that would eat them alive, and the only thing they have to defend themselves with is children's playing cards.
Which at that point, they were only holograms, and the only people that could actually summon monsters for like real was like fucking Yugi and Bakura.
Yeah, exactly.
Then there's Panic, who
Panic was a rapist. He was a rapist. Let's not kid ourselves.
In the manga, he literally was.
Yeah, that's what he was. Mm-hmm.
Like, in the manga, it is heavily implied that when he kidnapped Mai to lure out Yugi, it is heavily implied that some sexual acts were done, and Mai was not particularly consensual.
Yeah, Mai wasn't consensual at all because she had standards, and they went beyond Panic, the Eliminator.
Have you seen Panic's jawline? That's kind of sexy.
Oh yeah, it's hot as hell. I mean, that dude could suck 15 dicks at once and not get tired.
I'm just I'm remembering like early Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. That was like the best part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged when like the mic quality was shit and it was just one guy dicking around.
Yeah, I agree.
It lost a lot of its charm when you got a team, though, in my opinion. When it was just little Karibo, it was so fucking good.
Hang on, let me do something real quick. Hey, Patrick.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Little Karibo's Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge when it was just him doing all the voices? Or when he had a whole team involved?
I think the ones I remember best are the ones where it's just him.
Patrick remembers the ones where it's just him the
I think it's
best.
just because like the earlier ones I saw a little more. So after a certain point, I don't remember exactly when, I just ended up kind of tuning out of it. Especially when like the episodes would only come once every several years.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't remember where we left off. I don't know where we're going with this.
One of my favorite quotes from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Like, I don't know why I like it so much. I just think it's funny because, like, how poorly it aged.
For that matter, I don't know.
He's slightly more impulsive than a regular clown.
Like, my sense of humor probably changed.
Yeah. Anyway, the both of you in the last 30 seconds were screaming at me at the same time, so I didn't get very much of that.
I was just saying my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged quote. It's my favorite because of how poorly it aged.
Give it to me again.
Right. Oh no, it's a gay clown. It's slightly more impulsive than a normal clown.
Could you type it out in chat? Because your mic sucks, and I can't tell what you're saying. And there goes my fucking Tangela!
Charizard! Ruh-roh. Alright, I'm gonna type what I was saying in the chat. Test. Is this better? I tried to change which audio array my Discord is reading.
That still sounds very staticky, but I've come to expect that from you.
It's probably my internet.
I tried stringing two cans together.
Have you tried stringing two cans together?
Yes.
He says yes.
Oh, the hentai monster died, rip.
Not two cans of the bird.
Yeah, my Tangela randomly got murdered by something, and now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna replace it with. The best thing I could think of is Lois. I will not put Delibird on my team unless I have no other Pokemon to use. I would rather put fucking like Pancake with no other abilities on my team.
Like deep. Like I would say you could chain up another wall ring, but that'd take a minute. Though before you challenge like the Elite Four, you might want to train up that wall ring just to be safe when the Elite Four comes. Maybe just have like a whole stream for the wall ring.
Dude, do you know how much of an fucking time investment that is? I only get 1 day a week to train Pokemon in a Drunklocke. It's not like a regular Nuzlocke where I can just fucking, like, record it and be done with it.
I think it's funny that, like, the Pokemon that the Nuzlocke is named after is fucking dog shit.
Oh yeah, Nuzleaf's a great Pokemon. I guess.
Even its final form Shiftry is trash.
More like Shit Tree.
Yeah. Yo, when I was a kid, I thought I was too dumb to check types, and I grew up always thinking that Gardevoir was grass type because its hair was green.
Oh.
I didn't notice that Gardevoir was psychic type until I was like 12. So I would always like throw it again. So there were so many times that I was having trouble with poison types because I didn't know that it was psychic and wouldn't send it out against poison types because I thought it was grass.
Naturally.
That's one of the things I could have easily just checked its typing. I also didn't know about stab until I was like 10.
About what? Stab?
Stab.
Oh, yeah, pretty much me neither.
Yo, I wonder if Pokemon will ever get to the level of power creep, but like there's triple type Pokemon. I hope they never do that step. Like, even though triple and quadruple typing is currently possible via Forest Curse and whatever the move is called that turns them on into a ghost type. Well, it doesn't turn it into the type, it adds the type to its existing types. So, fun fact, if you use a Forest Curse on a Scizor, it becomes a... Wait, let me Google the actual math, because I want to make sure it's... I don't know if it's additive or multiplicative.
You do that.
Yeah, it's possible for a Scizor to be given a times 16 fire weakness. If you have Trevenant, oh no, in this, like, there's a way to get it up to 48 times weak to fire.
God damn, that sounds badass.
Though the most common thing that people do to make Sizzle weaker to fire is just to make it ×8 weak by giving it the ability by giving it a grass type with Trevenant's Forest Curse.
This fucking Poliwhirl just hypnosised me out of a quarter of my health!
Damn.
God damn.
Look at Poliwhirl. Those look like the eyes of a merciful creature. Did you hear that a Pokemon Showdown is thinking of implementing the freeze clause?
That sounds like a Christmas thing.
I personally don't agree with adding in a freeze clause. Like, I can understand, like, I'm fine with there being a sleep clause, because, like, sleep is super easy to inflict, but, like, while freeze is a really strong status, it's probably the most uncommon status in the game.
Yeah,
Sure,
without a doubt.
I'm pretty sure it's also the only status that doesn't have a move that guarantees it.
That's probably also true.
It used to be the most overpowered status in Gen 1. It used to be better than sleep, but now it's currently just the same as sleep, except that hitting it with a fire move will thaw it. So nowadays it's basically just sleep, but without what's the word? Without an efficient method of inflicting it.
This Cradley is pissing me off.
It is your evolved form, after all.
Well, naturally.
Wait, you want me to check if this is a stone evolution or not? Because I don't remember how this thing evolves. I don't think it has a normal requirement, though.
Nah.
Oh, never mind. It does have a level requirement. It evolves at level 40.
Well, that's because it's an asshole.
I can't remember what level this bozo evolves. Huh? I know that Dragonite has a pretty high evolution level. I believe the highest evolution level is Hydreigon, right?
For what Pokemon?
Oh, I mean, like, just what Pokemon is the highest level when it's fully evolved? I think it's Hydreigon. So I think you need to be. I think
Probably.
Zweilous evolves into Hydreigon at level 64.
I had to use a Pokédoll on that Staryu because that Staryu was using fucking Arena Trap.
Oh, it did? Did it work?
Yep, it worked.
Damn, we actually have an efficient method of escaping Arena Trap.
There is at least that.
Do you know that saffron is like the most expensive spice on the planet? As
Of
for the
what?
spice itself, like, saffron, it's the most expensive spice on the planet. Did you hear me that time or no?
No, I heard you. I'm just so fucking pissed off at this whole situation that I'm kind of withdrawing into my own cocoon of rage.
Hey, just be thankful this isn't Gen 1. Because, like, if it was Gen 1, that rap would be more annoying. Gen 1 rap was something else, though.
Oh, wasn't it, though? Here, I'm just gonna fucking run away again. This game is fucking garbage.
Did you know that there's a town in Pokemon? I think there's a... No, not a town in Pokemon. A town in Turkey called Batman.
An Italian turkey called Batman. No, I had no idea.
No, a town in Turkey called Batman.
Oh. No, I did not know that. This is what I've been reduced to. Using Lois to fight the fucking weak Pokemon west of Cerulean City.
I just threw together a shitty fake Pokemon card in like 30 seconds on a card maker website, and I linked it in general, and I put it in general discussion. Why did I say linked? It's an image. I had to get a little creative with the second move because I ran out of characters.
All I want to do is get through this fucking game. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of having my path to victory be constantly be curved out of my fucking direct line of sight by bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. I've come to fucking completely despise this game. Just done nothing but get angry and frustrated.
When we look at the bright side, once you like finally beat it, it'll be like the biggest victory of your channel.
Yeah, and it won't mean anything because nobody outside of the few people that watch these streams will care.
Yeah, but like you beat your own demon.
Yeah, there is that. I mean, there will be a certain amount of reward in just having defeated this challenge and being able to relax again. Not having to think about this every weekend, like, oh shit, I wonder if I'll be able to even get to a gym leader this time. Or if I'm just gonna be stuck, as I usually am, grinding and grinding and grinding.
Oh, how many episodes is the longest Drunklocke you've done? Or is this the longest?
20 something. So this is far from the longest, but that's also because both Gold and Soul Silver have been like Johto and Kanto. So you got to factor that in. Like
Okay, I guess that makes
the
sense.
Gen 2 games and the Gen 4 remakes of the Gen 2 games are the only sets of games in the Pokemon canon where you're expected to, in order to complete the game, beat 2 full regions.
Isn't the Kanto part technically post game though?
I mean, let's be honest. You don't feel like you've completed the game in Gen 2 or the Gen 4
Until you
remakes
beat Red.
until you beat Red, exactly. So you've got to do it.
Oh, welcome home, Mom. How are you? You want me to leave the voice chat?
What?
Oh, I'm gonna. My mom just got home and I want her to wind down, so I'm gonna leave the voice chat.
You do what you need to do, my man.
Alright, I'll still be typing in the chat though.
Alright, that's fine. just for one battle. Time for a drink. Yep. Motherfucker. Got his ass. Yeah.